What's up, guys? I'm in downtown Brooklyn today on Fulton Mall. This place always gives me nostalgia since being from Bed-Stuy, I used to shop here with my mom all the time when I was a kid. Besides that, I'm going to show you the 93-story tower in downtown Brooklyn, the Brooklyn Tower that is under foreclosure. So last month, The Real Deal stated that JDS, one of the largest developers in not only in New York City but all over the country, has defaulted on $1 million loan. And on June 10, Silverstein, also another top developer, not just in New York City, but in the US, is gonna pick up that loan and decide what to do with the building. So my plan is today, I'm gonna show you guys the condos, since this building has 148 condos and only 18 out of those 148 condos are in contract. And I'm also gonna show you the rental portion of this building.
I feel like this building is doesn't really belong to downtown Brooklyn. I feel like we're in the wrong neighborhood. I would see this more like on Billionaires Row or something. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, so some people call this building the Eye of Sauron. Some people say this building should only be located on Central Park South with the rest of the tall skyscrapers. In my opinion, I mean, they did keep the dime savings bank. I remember actually banking here, well, not banking here personally, but going here with my mom when this used to be a Chase Bank. So they did keep this structure. So it's an over 100-year structure, and they built the building on top of the dime savings bank. And secret has it, even though the building hasn't confirmed this, that this is going to be the next Apple store.
So does it belong to downtown Brooklyn or not?
It doesn't look like Brooklyn at all. But to be fair, none of the buildings in downtown Brooklyn look like it should be a part of the rest of Brooklyn. Since Brooklyn is known for its charm and character, downtown Brooklyn is actually the financial district of Brooklyn, so you have many skyscrapers in downtown Brooklyn. Well, let's take a look. This building has been under construction since 2018. It cost $750 million to actually develop this building. It sounds like JDS couldn't come up with the extra $200 million for the next mezzanine loan. The way these loans are structured, they're structured in stages. So the developer pays for the land, then they pay for the construction, and then they pay for several other parts of the construction loan until the building is fully rented out, since it's also rented and also fully sold out. So this loan, these type of loans are done in stages. One thing to know about the sales of this building is only 18 out of 148 units in contract. So that's not a good sign. The Brooklyn market has been really resilient since the shutdown in 2020, and it's actually been stronger than the Manhattan market. The studios of the sales start at $950,000. The one bedroom start at $1.6 million, and the two bedrooms start at $2.5 million. And there's some penthouses all the way to $7.8 million. So this building is priced like it should be in Manhattan. The rentals prices are pretty strong as well for the building, and we're gonna see in a bit if we could see the rentals and sales. It sounds like we might not be able to get into sales building because they're moving the model floors today. So that could be code word for they don't know what they're gonna do for the sales since the building's in foreclosure. And that could be, I probably can't get you guys in till maybe June, until that's when they're gonna decide, June 10th, of what they're gonna do with the building. But the starting prices for studios are $3,300 net. So it's actually, the gross prices are closer to $5,000, but they're giving too much free. The one bedroom prices are $4,200 net, and they're actually closer to $6,000. And the two bed, two baths are $6,700, $6,400 net, but the gross price is $8,300. So that's a really high price for downtown Brooklyn, but people are paying these type of rents. All right, guys, so this building is still under construction. So we gotta go through the construction entrance. Let's take a look. So guys, what do you think about this apartment? Comment below in the comments. All right guys, this is the most popular apartment in the entire building. Unfortunately, it's all rented out and you can't have it, but there are other one-bedroom lots available. Check out this view for this corner apartment. So do you like this view better or that 2-bedroom view? Comment below. Actually, this is one of my favorite views in all of Brooklyn. So the sunset sets right over here, and it looks amazing over the Verrazano Bridge. We couldn't get into the condo today, but in the rentals, basically all of the finishes are the same, with the exception of the backsplash in the kitchen and the marble in the bathrooms. So in terms of leasing, the leasing activity is actually doing really well in this building. It's the sale component of the building that's not doing as well. Only 14 out of the 108 units listed are in contract, and that's probably why this building is in foreclosure. It's a higher price point compared to all of the rest of the condos in downtown Brooklyn. However, I don't think that's the issue. I think the first time I've been here about a year ago, you had to, no, it was actually more than a year ago, you had to take this construction elevator all the way up, and you could, like, as you go up to the 50th floor, you can see down, like you can see your death basically. So it was a weird experience in my opinion for the buyer. Actually, it's better views in my opinion than the last one. So what do you guys think about all of the layouts? Which one is your favorite?
Well, which one is your favorite?
Actually, the studio is probably my favorite. If you guys need any ideas of how to live in a studio, the interior designer did a fantastic job.
So do you think, especially in New York, people can live in a studio together, or is it just for one person?
I know several friends and several clients that do live in a studio together, and typically their goal is to save before they purchase. That's why they typically get the studio. They might have a walk-in closet in the studio, but they might also rent storage unit outside of the building or in the building accommodates that. Yeah, it's New York. I mean, it's the best city in the world. New York City, every neighborhood, it's like its own major city. So that's why people spend so much money on living expenses. And people also make a lot more money in New York City versus other cities as well. So we just left the building. The building looks beautiful. However, we couldn't get into the condos because the building is under foreclosure. They're changing model units. That's what they told us. So that's why we couldn't view it. However, I just think that means that's a covert. That means they don't know what they're going to do with the condos yet. On the flip side, the rentals are doing really, really well. There's only a few studios left. Only a few one-bedrooms left. There are 2-bed, 2-baths. Plenty of 2-bed, 2-baths available, but that's because the $8,700 price point of the 2-bed, 2-bath, even though they offer 2 months free and nets down to about $6,300, is still higher than the neighborhood average. So let's see what happens in the next few weeks when Silverstein plans to take over the building.